Hi everyone, how are you? Back to you again. I'm gonna remind you to like if you like and subscribe us to let us keep going. Our class today is about trigonometric identity part 3. Trigonometric identities part 3. Today is April 25th, 2020. This is our phone number. If you have anything, just send us a text. This is our email to, if you have any question, we'll be more than happy to help you. Okay, let us start our class and see what we have and review quick from last time. Good, okay. Last time we stopped at this problem, simplifying the expressions to give it in terms of sine and cosine. Secant x minus cosine x over secant x. Let's start with the denominator. Secant over secant, cosine over secant. Secant is 1 over cosine. Secant with secant cancel, give you 1. And cosine over secant is cosine over 1. Look at cosine is cosine, and secant 1 over cosine, cosine x time cosine x over 1 cosine square. 1 minus cosine square equals sine square. Okay, from there the one from secant over secant. Now let us take more problem, and just to make just another 2 problem, then I will give you a new type of another one. Let us take another example to simplify, just to refresh your mind. Okay, let us go to sine x example to simplify. Sine x, look to this example, plus cosine x cotan x. Now if this side, this cosine, the only one has not sine and cosine is this guy. Then this equal, leave sine and cosine in red, sine x plus cosine x, just the cotan. You remember the cotan equal cosine x over sine x. Okay, now look here, this over 1. And this is cosine and cosine. And this is over 1. Cosine times cosine, cosine square. Then sine x over 1 plus cosine and cosine, cosine square x, 1 times sine, sine x. Now, we cannot add or subtract if we have 2 different denominators. Times sine x, times sine x. Good. Sine times sine, sine square x plus cosine square x over what? Sine x. What? Sine square plus cosine square? 1. Sine square x plus cosine square x equal 1. And from this you can say cosine square equal 1 minus sine square equal 1 minus cosine square. Okay. Then this equal 1 over sine x, which is 1 over sine is what? Cosecant x. Cosecant x. This just adding up to the previous class. How to simplify. Now I will give you one to try. I will give you try this one. Try. Next time I will help you with it. Cosine x over 1 plus sine x plus tan x. Okay. What's new? Double angle identities. Double angle identities. Double angle. We have 2 important formulas for double angle identities. One for sine and one for what? Cosine. We're going to take both of them. One for sine and one for cosine. Okay. Sine 2x equal 2 sine x cosine x. Okay, that's what we have. This is the first one. Sine 2x equal 2 sine x cosine x. Then we went from double angle to single angle. Double angle to single angle. Now here, cosine 2x. Cosine 2x is the problem. It is not that a problem. Cosine square x minus sine square x. Okay. The problem here for me is I can't change cosine. I'm gonna add this here. I need everyone to memorize this, guys. 1. I need everyone to memorize it. Cosine square is 1 minus sine square. Sine square, the same thing. 1 minus what?
Cosine square.
Cosine square. Now, go to this guy here. Change cosine square to be what? 1 minus what?
Sine square.
X. And leave this guy. Minus sine square x, right? Leave this guy alone. Good? This and this is what? The same sign. You add them, right?
Yeah.
Then 1 minus what?
2
Sine square x. Wow. Then we have another formula. Then the first one is this one, right? And the second one is what now? This guy. You have to know. Now the last one, in this case, we change the cosine. And now we're going to change the sine to be what? 1 minus cosine. You following me? Then leave cosine. Leave cosine. 2x as is equal cosine square, right? X minus sine. What sine square is going to be now? Sine square will be what? Yeah.
1 minus cosine.
1, thank you, 1 minus cosine. Yes, you're right, thank you. 1 minus, but I have to put open bracket, right? To put 1 minus cosine. 1 minus cosine square x. Okay, now what we have, negative and negative plus, right? It's going to be cosine square plus cosine square, 2 cosine square x minus what? 1 equal cosine 2x. This one. Okay. Now, let us back and review quickly. We have sine 2x equal 2 sine x cosine x. This you have to memorize all the time. And we have the second one, cosine 2x equal cosine square x minus what? Sine square x, right? Now, I said I can change the format of this identity to be this or this. Right? To be 1, 2, 3 the same. The real one, this one, right? Cosine square x minus sine square x. First, we change the cosine to be 1 minus sine square. And the second, we change the sine to be 1 minus what? Cosine square. Good? Now, let us take example, right? Example, then next time we will verify identities. Today we're going to take example. F.
You have 6 minutes.
How many?
6 minutes.
Oh, F, that's good. F tan theta equal 3 over 4. Find sine 2 theta and cosine 2 theta. Okay. When I have given tan or sine or cosine, quickly what I do, I graph what I draw a shape called rectangle. Good job. thing, what I have to know, guys, what sine theta equal opposite over what?
Hypotenuse.
Yes. Divided by what? We said high. Raise your voice.
Hypotenuse.
Yes, hypothesis. And cosine theta equal what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. And the last thing, tan theta equal what? Opposite over adjacent. Okay. Then the tan theta here, opposite over adjacent. I can make the theta here. And I can tell this is my opposite. And this is my what? Adjacent is 4. Opposite is 3. Now, for SAT, we have this very well-known triangle, 3, 4, and 5. You have to remember this for SAT, you are at the level of SAT. But if you want to prove it, you can prove it easily by doing what? 3 squared plus 4 squared, 9 plus 16 Pythagorean theorem, 25. Then you take the square root of 25, which is 5. Okay, now we're done. We need sine 2 theta. Let us see what he wants. He wants sine 2 theta. Start with sine 2 theta. I don't have some, I need a single angle, right? We just did that. What's sine 2 theta equal? 2 sine theta cosine what? Right? Then that's how I can deal with this problem. Now equal 2. Now I know the two formulas. The sine is what? I forgot. Sine opposite over what? Which is what the opposite? 3, right?
3 over 5.
3 over 5. What the cosine? Adjacent.
Over hypotenuse.
Adjacent is 4
Over 5.
over 5. Over 5. Now this over 1. 2 times 3
6.
times 4. 24 over what?
25.
25. Good job. Good job. Good job. Now we need cosine 2 theta, right? We need cosine 2 theta equal what? Cosine square theta minus what? I think I told you before that cosine square theta is the same as cosine theta what? Square. The same thing. Then this equal square, because I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I know the cosine is what? Opposite over adjacent over what? Which is adjacent is 4 over 5. And the sine is what? Opposite, which is 3
over 5.
3 over 5. Now 16 over 25. 4 squared is 16, right? Minus 9 over what?
25.
Which is 7 over what?
25.
25. Guys, I think what?
1 minute.
Okay. Let us take more examples about the double angle formulas. Simplify. Sine 4 theta. Sine how many? 4 theta. 4 theta. Look, to single angle. What we have to do, we know sine 2 theta equal 2 sine theta cosine theta, right? Now, what's the angle here?
4 theta.
4 theta. Then this is going to be 2 sine. Look, this angle, that's what I want to mention. You see this guy, angle theta, and this angle, this here, half of this, no problem. This half of this. Theta is half of 2 theta. Then I need here half of the 4 theta, which is 2 theta, cosine 2 theta. Theta. Okay. Now again, I know what sine 2 theta. Now leave the 2, leave the 2, leave the sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta becomes what? 2 sine again, right?
Yeah, 2 sine.
Theta. This guy becomes 2. Go ahead. 2 sine theta cosine theta, right? Good? And this guy here, cosine 2 theta is cosine square theta minus what? Sine square theta. Good? Now that's it, and I will see you next time. Have a nice day and be safe. Thank you for having me. Bye.